Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Die Hard Forever coming at you with another highly anticipated and highly recommended model as I continue to play catch up. Today I'll be doing a review on a Gemini Jet's KLM Royal Dutch Airlines Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft and their special commemorative 100 years livery scheme in a 1/200 scale model. I pre-ordered and purchased this model from Easy Toys and their website address is www.easytoys.com. But first, before I go into details about this special commemorative aircraft model, allow me to share you some information about the history of KLM Royal Dutch Airlines and how they came about and still operating strong after 100 plus years, if you would please. KLM Royal Dutch Airlines is a Dutch-based airline that was founded on October 7, 1919 as one of the first commercial airline companies and officially commenced operations on May 17, 1920. With the airline's first inaugural flight was from London Croydon Airport to Amsterdam, using a leased aircraft transport and traveled the Havilland DH-16 commercial biplane. KLM Royal Dutch Airlines is currently the world's oldest operating airline based on foundation date and still continues to operate under its original name when the airline was first formed on October 7, 1919. Then fast forward 100 years later on October 7, 2019, and that's when KLM Royal Dutch Airlines celebrated their centennial anniversary by achieving this prestigious honor of still operating as the world's oldest operating airline that still continues to operate under their original name, becoming the very first airline to reach this prestigious milestone in the history of aviation to do so. The acronym for KLM stands for Koninklijke Luchtvaart en Maatschappij, which actually means Royal Aviation Society. KLM Royal Dutch Airlines is the national flag carrier airline for the country of the Netherlands, as well as the country's largest operating airline based on fleet size as well as destinations served. Whereas the headquarters of KLM Royal Dutch Airlines is located in Amsterdam, which is actually a suburban part of the metropolitan area of Amsterdam, while the airline's main hub and base of operations is located on the grounds of Amsterdam Airport Schiphol, which is located approximately 5.6 miles southwest of the city center of Amsterdam, that's located in the municipality of Haarlemmermeer, which is a province of North Holland. As of November 2021, or at the time of this video review posting, KLM Royal Dutch Airlines currently operates scheduled passenger and cargo services to approximately 145 destinations worldwide in 70 countries across 5 inhabited continents from the airline's major hub at Amsterdam Airport Schiphol, with the operating fleet of 111 aircraft, which includes 13 Boeing 787-9s and 5 Boeing 787-10s, including this one you're looking at here. And in addition to the 111 aircraft that currently operates in the KLM fleet, the airline also has unfulfilled orders for an additional 12 more aircraft, which includes 10 more Boeing 787-10s, and those aircraft, as we speak, are currently on back order and are awaiting delivery. Also, as of November 2021, or at the time of this video review posting, KLM Royal Dutch Airlines is one of 59 airlines in the world of aviation that currently operates as a certified 4-star airline carrier, according to the international airline review firm Skytrax magazine. Alright everyone, let's take a look at the front of the box here, where you see the engraved gold Gemini 200 decal, the airline's logo, the KLM Royal Dutch Airlines title, the computer generated picture of the aircraft, and then you see the bottom down here, you see the 100th anniversary, the 100 years of aviation KLM, which is the little plane you see on the left is the DH, DH-16 commercial biplane, the Havilland DH-16 commercial biplane, and then you fast forward 100 years later, which has the 787-10. You see it on the right side, and you see the aircraft type, the Boeing 787-10 title, the 1/200 scale diecast model, aircraft information, as well as the item number information you see at the front of the box. Alright, now you're looking at the back of the box where you see the engraved gold Gemini 200 decal, some more information, the Boeing license product decal, their Gemini Jet social media pages on that side of the box as well. You can pause and read that if you'd like. In the meantime, I'm going to keep this moving, alright? Now you're looking at the top of the box. Where you see is the engraved gold Gemini 200 decal, the warning information, as well as the item number information you see at the top of the box. All right, now you're looking at the bottom of the box, and what you see is the engraved gold Gemini 200 decal, at the 1/200 scale die-cast model, as well as some other information there at the bottom of the box. All right, now you're looking at the left side of the box. Where you see is the engraved gold Gemini 200 decal, the 1/200 scale die-cast model information, as well as the item number information. Then you see the computer generated picture of the aircraft. Then you see the 100 years of aviation of KLM decal, as well as the aircraft type on the left side of the box. Now you're looking at the right side of the box, the same information on the left side of the box I showed you earlier on, okay? All right, now you're looking at the front of the box, and the reason you're looking at the front of the box at this angle is I got it laid down on the table, because there's some aircraft information on the other side of the flap on this box here. So I'm gonna flip that up, but I'm gonna let you see what's inside of the box first. Let's check that out. Flip that up like that, and this is what you see right there: the aircraft model, the gear replacements, doors, and the model stand. I'll show you. I'll pull all that out in a momentary, but I'm gonna let you see what's inside that flap. Let's check it out. This is what's inside this flap here after I turned it over. You can pause and read that if you like. It's great information, but in the meantime, I'm gonna keep this moving. All right. All right, fine, got this out of the packaging. This is the packaging. The top of it is clear hard plastic, and the bottom of it is foam. All right, so I'm gonna take this off, and you see that right there. You look real close, you see the 787. No, it ain't on this side. It's around here somewhere. Yeah, there it is, right there. You see the 787 title right there. Put that to the side there, and this is what you see right here: the aircraft model, the model stand, and the gear replacement doors. I'm gonna take all that out and show that individually. All right. All right, now you're looking at this metal model stand that I took out of the packaging that I just showed you briefly. And then there's the top of the model stand. The sole purpose of that black padding, everyone, is not only it protects your model, it's also prevent it from being damaged or scrapped when you put your model on this particular model stand. All right. All right. Now you're looking at this plastic bag, and what you see in this plastic bag are the gear replacement doors featuring the 2 little toothpicks. Please stay tuned as I go into detail for the sole purpose of these gear replacement doors for this particular aircraft model. All right. All right. With all that information out of the way about the history of KLM Royal Dutch Airlines and how they came about and still operate strong after 100 plus years, plus all the details here on the front of the box, as well as the back of the box, as well as the information inside the flap, plus the packaging, plus the model stand that came with the model, plus the gear replacement doors inside that plastic bag. With no further ado, everyone, here is the model out of the packaging box. Let's check it out. There it is, everyone. The Gemini Jets KLM Royal Dutch Airlines Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft in their specialized commemorative 100 years livery scheme in a 1/200 scale model. All right, allow me first go into details about the KLM Royal Dutch Airlines Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft and how it's become a game changer for this airline. Amsterdam-based KLM Royal Dutch Airlines became the first European airline operator, as well as the 6th overall carrier, after launch customers Singapore Airlines, Etihad Airways, United Airlines, ANA All Nippon Airways, and EVA Air respectively, that acquired this prestigious state-of-the-art aircraft, as KLM Royal Dutch Airlines took delivery of their very first Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft, which bears the registration ship number PH-BKA, at a special delivery ceremony that was held at the Boeing 787 Delivery Center facility in North Charleston, South Carolina on June 28, 2019, and touched down at the airline's major operating hub at Amsterdam Airport Schiphol in Amsterdam on June 30, 2019. Then made its actual debut 2 days later on July 2, 2019, with a series of validation flights between Amsterdam and Kilimanjaro and Dar es Salaam respectively. Then was followed with another validation flight when it flew from Amsterdam to Dubai on the very next day, of July 3rd, 2019 for flight certification purposes, allowing the maintenance crews, the flight crews, as well as the ground staff personnel time to get familiar with the aircraft per se before the actual international flight launch. Then fast forward nearly 3 months later, and that's when KLM's first inaugural international flight on this particular aircraft actually took place, which was on September 29, 2019, and that's when KLM Royal Dutch Airlines officially began utilizing this aircraft on their Amsterdam to Toronto route, replacing the Boeing 747-400 that was previously utilized on this particular route, as their entire fleet of Boeing 787-10s currently operates out of their main operating hub at Amsterdam Airport Schiphol in Amsterdam. KLM Royal Dutch Airlines has ordered a total of 15 Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliners to add to their fleet, and at the time of this video review posting, only 5 are currently operating in service, while the remaining 10 are currently on back order and are awaiting delivery, as this aircraft is destined to become one of the airline's official flagship jetliners for the Amsterdam-based carrier, as the Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner has officially become the aircraft that has ultimately replaced the carrier's Boeing 747-400 fleet, which was eventually withdrawn from KLM's fleet on March 31st, 2020, as KLM expects all 15 of their Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliners to be fully operating in their fleet by the end of 2022. Alright, now let's talk about the commemorative 100 years livery scheme you see displayed on this aircraft, alright, and the sole purpose of that decal on there. This is the current livery scheme of KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, which was unveiled on April 29, 2014 in Amsterdam, where KLM modified its livery scheme with a swoop and cheat line, you see there, as this livery was first unveiled and introduced on their Embraer 190 aircraft, and as you can see, it has become the signature trademark livery scheme for KLM Royal Dutch Airlines. However, 4 months before KLM actually celebrated their centennial birthday and prior to this aircraft being delivered and handed over to KLM Royal Dutch Airlines on June 28, 2019, KLM decided to collaborate with Boeing by repainting this particular aircraft with a special commemorative livery scheme that displays the large number 100 decals you see there at the front of the fuselage, with a wavy ribbon that displays and represents the actual colors of the Dutch flag, which can be visibly seen on the front side of the fuselage, which actually commemorates the 100th anniversary of KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, which was celebrated on October 7, 2019. It took a team of 45 individuals and 8 days to use 570 liters, which equates to about 151 US gallons of paint, to fully repaint this entire aircraft in this unique commemorative 100 years livery scheme. So, with all that information out of the way about this aircraft, has it become a game changer for KLM, which was a great move, as well as the customized livery scheme you see on here, the commemorative 100 years livery scheme you see on there. With no further ado, let's get down to the nitty gritty and allow me to show you all the details on this aircraft model. Shall we? Let's check it out. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft here on the port/left side. We're going to start at the front of the aircraft where you see the front nose gears, the nose gear struts, the nose gear door featuring the ETOPS information on the nose gear door, the Peter tubes and the static ports, what have you, the radome nose cone, the windshield wipers, as well as the cockpit windows. I'm going to give you a better visual view of the cockpit windows and the windshield wipers in a later part of the review. Please stay tuned for that part. And then you see the SkyTeam logo displayed next to the between the cockpit windows and the L1 door right here, as well as the L1 door and the L2 door you see right there. KLM Royal Dutch Airlines joined the SkyTeam Alliance on September 13, 2004, which consists of 19 airline members from 5 inhabited continents, and this alliance includes Aero Mexico, Air France, Delta, and Korean Air as the 4 founded members. And then you see the Air France and the KLM decal right there, right above, below the SkyTeam logo, right there. KLM merged with Air France on May 5, 2004 and formed the Air France KLM Alliance, which is incorporated under French law, with its headquarters located in Paris, France. However, despite the merger between the two carriers, KLM still continues to fly under their distinct brand name and identity. Alright? And then over here on the right side of the L1 door, the name of this aircraft here is Orange J Bloesem. That's how it's pronounced in Dutch. Oranje, sorry about that. Oranje Bloesem is actually the Dutch name for the orange blossom. Oranje, sorry about that. And if you didn't know, orange blossom is a fragrant type of flower of the citrus senescence, which is also better known as the orange tree, as this particular flower is also used in making perfume, scones, and marshmallows, citrus honey, citrus tea, as well as being traditionally associated with good fortune. Wow, didn't know that person. All right, now you see the airline's logo displayed on top of the fuselage right here, as well as on the engine column there, as well as on the tail fin of the aircraft there. This is the corporate logo of KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, as this stylized crown logo signifies Royal Charter status. That little logo right there with the KLM title there. All right, we still at the front of the fuselage, and the most important part of this aircraft is the 100 years decal, which you see right here. And this large number 100 decal is actually a commemoration of KLM Royal Dutch Airlines celebrating 100 years as a true pioneer in the world of aviation, which began on October 7, 1919, which is still flying under the airline's original name when it was first founded, as it became the very first airline in the world to reach this historical milestone of still flying 100 years later on October 7, 2019. And then you see the wavy colored ribbon, which is displayed inside the 100 decal, which is this right here. The colors that you see displayed on this particular ribbon truly represents the colors of the Dutch flag, which is also red, white, and blue. And then you see the Wi-Fi onboard decal displayed underneath, just about right here. That particular decal indicates that Wi-Fi service is available and on board this aircraft. All right. Now looking at the lower center part of the fuselage, where you see the landing bogey gears on here, featuring the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. And then you see these nice massive engines on here, including the engine cone. And these are the General Electric Gen X-1B76 turbofan type engines that are used on this particular KLM Royal Dutch Airlines Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft. And then the sawtooth pattern right there, folks, is for the improved fuel efficiency as well as reduced noise reduction at the same time. Now I'm gonna turn this aircraft model around, let you see the front of the engines, and they do spin. Let's check them out. All right, now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the port/left side, where you see the engine strikes right there, and the turbofan blades, they do spin. Perfect. And then you see the inboard land light in a triangular pattern, got 3 little dots inside there, which makes it more realistic and appealing. Then you got a front visual view of the landing bogey gears on the side of the aircraft. It features the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. All right, now you're looking at the engines here on the starboard side of the aircraft, featuring the engine strikes there, and the turbofan blade spin over here as well. Check that out. Perfect. And then you see the inboard landing lights right there in the triangle pattern on this side of the aircraft, as well as the front visual view of the landing bogey gears on this side of the aircraft. That also features the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. All right, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft, where you got a better visual view of the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the radon nose cone, the nose gear doors, the nose gear lights inside of the nose gear doors, the nose gear struts, as well as the front visual view of the front nose gears. And then you see the power escape hatch door right above the cockpit windows, and then you see the little some EA. There's some little number up there, okay? All right. All right, now you're looking at the curved wingtip on this side of the aircraft, the port side, featuring the red navigation light that sits on the edge of this curved wingtip. All right, we're at the back of the aircraft here on the port side, and underneath that dark blue cheat line is the Flying Dutchman decal you see there. And this is the nickname that KLM Royal Dutch Airlines go by, as this title can be visibly seen on every KLM aircraft flying today. And then you see the AFT bulk bin doors right there. And then the registration ship number right above the windows there, PH-BKA. Registration ship number PH-BKA. This aircraft is the very first Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft that entered the KLM fleet. And the first test flight on this aircraft took place on June 15, 2019, and was delivered to KLM Royal Dutch Airlines on June 28, 2019. As this aircraft was the only aircraft in KLM's fleet that was actually painted in the special commemorative 100 years livery scheme. Alright? Alright, we're still at the back of the aircraft here on the port side. And right next to the registration ship number is the Dutch flag decal, which is this flag decal right here. And this flag decal represents the country where KLM Royal Dutch Airlines currently operates from as the national flag carrier airline for the country of the Netherlands. And then you see the European flag next to the Dutch flag decal, which is this flag decal right here. And this particular flag decal represents the ideals of unity, solidarity, and harmony among the peoples of Europe. And then on the next to the L4 door is the Boeing 787-10 decal. KLM Royal Dutch Airlines received their very first Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft, which bears the registration ship number PH-BKA, which happened to be this aircraft you're looking at here, on June 28, 2019. And as of November 2021, or at the time of this video review posting, KLM is currently one of 9 operators that also operate this aircraft variant in their fleets as well, along with Singapore Airlines, Etihad Airways, United Airlines, ANA All Nippon Airways, Eva Air, Vietnam Airlines, Saudi Airlines, and British Airways respectively. Alright, we're at the back of the aircraft. We're looking at the tail fin of the aircraft. As I mentioned there, that's the airline's logo, which is actually a stylized crown. As I mentioned earlier, it actually signifies Royal Charter status. And then you see the acronym for KLM, which literally stands for Kolin Klika, Lukvark, and Moska Beach. Alright? Then you're looking at the strobe light that sits between the horizontal stabilizer and the APU exhaust hole. And then there's the exhaust hole right there, APU exhaust hole right there, as well as the entire aircraft from the rear view angle. Let's check it out. There it is, everyone. Awesome. Alright, now you're looking at the aircraft on the starboard / right side. We're going to start here. The front nose gears, the nose gear struts, the nose gear doors featuring the ETOPS information, the pitot tubes and static ports, what have you, the radome nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows, the SkyTeam logo, the Air France KLM decal, the orange blossom decal that I mentioned earlier, the front cargo containing loading door, the KLM Royal Dutch Airlines title, as well as the 100 years decals that's painted on this aircraft, as well as the ribbon which represents the Dutch flag. Alright, now you're looking at the center of the aircraft here on the starboard side, where you see the inboard landing lights right there. And these big massive engines here, the General Electric Gen X 1B 76 turbofan type engines right here, the engine lip, the engine cones right here, the sawtooth pattern, the KLM logo displayed here on this engine column, as well as the side visual view of these landing bogey gears on this side. The aircraft features the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. Alright, now you're looking at the curved wingtip on this side of the aircraft, featuring the green navigation light that's displayed on the edge of this curved wingtip. Alright, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft here on the starboard side, where you see the rear cargo containing loading door, the Flying Dutchman, the name is the Flying Dutchman title, the registration ship number, the Dutch flag decal, the European flag decal, the Boeing 787-10 decal, as well as the airline's name and the airline's logo displayed on this side of the tail fin of the aircraft as well. And the strobe light that sits right here between the APU exhaust hole and the horizontal stabilizer. Alright, before I show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail, Allow me to let you check out one feature, which is the rolling gears. So let's check them out. It rolls pretty good. So far, so good. All right. Okay. And it does tilt, as you can see there. And the nose gears, front nose gear swivels there as well, which is perfect. Over there, as well as there. Okay. So, with that being said, allow me to show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft. I'll show you. Let's check it out. Now you're looking at this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view. We're going to start at the front of the aircraft where you see the radome nose cone painted in blue, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows, and then there's the partial registration ship number is KA. Sorry about that. And then there's the power escape hatch door. You see the SkyTeam logo on both sides of the aircraft. Then you come right here, you see the anti-collision beacon light. You see the KLM Royal Dutch Airlines plus the 100 years decal on both sides. The high frequency antenna. Then there's the satellite communications antenna. And then there's the Wi-Fi box antenna in 3D. A couple more high frequency antennas, as well as the vertical stabilizer known as the tail. And then you see the horizontal stabilizers on here, as well as there. There are no luminaire lights on here, but if they would be stay right in there. And the sole purpose of that is to light up this tail here when it flies during nighttime. But unfortunately, they don't have it on this particular aircraft. Now let's check out the wings and the engines. Let's start with the engines there. The wings there with the no step information, as well as the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you. Fuel dump valve, as well as the aerial bird's eye view of the curve of this wingtip. Let's start over here. The engines there. See on top of the wings there, no step information, warning information there, as well as the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, fuel dump valve, as well as the aerial bird's eye view of this curved wingtip on this side of the aircraft as well. All right, now you're looking at the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model. It's mostly white. You start at the front there. We've got the radome nose cone, which is in white. And then you see the aircraft title, 787-10, the aircraft variant. And that closed nose gear door right there, I found out what it was. That's a crew escape hatch door right there. And then there's the open nose gear door right there, featuring the nose gears. And then we slide up this way. Anti-collision beacon light, the hole where the stand goes in at, the Gemini Jets decal, high frequency antenna there, no APU housing door, that's okay, the horizontal stabilizers underneath. And then we come over this way, see the gears right here, yeah, they tell a little good, okay. Then you see the engine right there with the KLM logo right there, as well as the wings underneath featuring the flaps, slats, ailerons, spoilers, what have you. Registration ship number, fuel dump valve, as well as the curved wingtip underneath. Now let's check out this side. There's the engines there, as well as the wings underneath features the flaps, slats, ailerons, spoilers, fuel dump valve, as well as the curved wingtip on this side of the aircraft as well. All right. Since I showed you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail, now I'm going to put it on that nice little metal model stand that actually came with the model. So no further ado, everyone, here is the model on the stand. Let's check it out. All right, fine, got this model on the stand, no problem, no hesitation. As you can see there, being displayed in the takeoff landing position with the model on stand being viewed from the port side of the aircraft. Now you're viewing this model with the model on the stand being viewed in the takeoff landing position, being viewed from the front view angle. Alright, now you're looking at this model in the takeoff landing position with the model displayed on the stand being viewed from the starboard side of the aircraft. Now you're looking at this aircraft in the takeoff landing position with the model on the stand being viewed from the tail cam angle. All right, before I take this model off the stand, I got in this position for a reason, and the reason is the gear replacement is the gears. So I'm going to take them out the magnetic gears. You see there, magnetic there, gears here on the port side, as well as the gears on the starboard side. All right, there. Okay, so with that said, I'm gonna let you see this aircraft model at a different angle in flight mode position. Check it out. All right, now you're seeing the model being displayed on the stand in flight mode position without the gears. Now you got one or two options how you want to display your model from this point on. If you want to continue to display it like that and gears up without the gears in flight mode position, that's fine. You see these gear replacement doors inside this plastic bag I showed you earlier. That's the sole purpose of these gear replacement doors, is to substitute your gears while you display your model like this in flight mode. Or you can do what I do, just keep it in gear down position, gears up, gear down, your choice. But I choose to keep mine on there because it adds more value to the model. So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and put these gears back on this model, take this model stand, and go ahead and wrap up this model review, all right? All right, let's talk about the seating configuration on this aircraft. The KLM Royal Dutch Airlines Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft seats 344 passengers in a three-class configured cabin layout. Here's the breakdown, everyone, from rows 1 to 10, which will be from here to about right here. You have 38 World Business Class live flatbed seats, rows 11 to 16, which will be from here to about right there. You have 36 economy comfort class seats, and then rows 17 to 48, which will be about from here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft. You have 270 economy class seats, which brings a total of 344 seats. And finally, and in addition to Kilimanjaro Dar es Salaam in Dubai as the first inaugural validated flight destinations, as well as Toronto as the inaugural international flight destination for this particular aircraft, KLM Royal Dutch Airlines utilizes this aircraft, or had previously utilized this aircraft, the Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner, on routes from Amsterdam to worldwide destinations such as Atlanta, Georgia, New York, JFK, Chicago O'Hare, San Francisco, California, Las Vegas, Nevada, Curacao, Nairobi, Kenya, Saint Marie, Reunion, France, Paramaribo, Delhi, India, Mumbai, India, Bangalore, India, Houston, Bush, and Washington, Dulles. Those were the routes. Well, everyone, this will conclude this model review. I'd like to know if you got this model or you plan on getting this model, if you can find it. The only outside chance of getting this model, if you can find it, is on eBay. Other than that, this model is almost impossible to find. So with that said, please take care. God bless. Stay tuned. There's more model content coming. Peace.